Hi everyone, Sassy Mouse here, and happy Thanksgiving. This year, me and my husband have chosen to opt out of Thanksgiving. There are many reasons that someone might choose to opt out of Thanksgiving or potentially other holidays. For Thanksgiving specifically, there are three pretty big reasons this year at least. The first one is the historical problematicness of the holiday. The fact that the story that we were typically told in elementary school is not especially accurate and was a lot more favorable to the white people than it really should be. As you become an adult, you may learn more about the history of Thanksgiving and feel a little bit uncomfortable celebrating a holiday that was essentially F over the Native Americans Day. Another reason you may choose to not celebrate Thanksgiving, may choose to opt out of it, is because you don't feel any particular motivation to spend a day like that around family. Family can be complicated. I will be releasing a video shortly, not before Thanksgiving, but before Christmas, about how to survive the holidays if you have a lifestyle that your family finds problematic. Of course, you live your lifestyle, and hopefully some of my tips will help you get in and out of the holiday with as little bad family juju as possible. The third reason, this year at least, and the reason that we are choosing to do it, is because of COVID-19. I was in the process of trying to figure out what our Thanksgiving plans were going to be. We hadn't really made any plans with anyone at that time. And in Washington, where I live, our governor released a statement requesting that people not have gatherings. Now, obviously, if you come from the group of people who uses substances or engages in sex work, laws are not necessarily the end-all be-all of your life. However, for the health of our family members, it may be in our best interest and their best interest to say, you know what, I love you guys. I am thankful for you. I'm going to do something else for Thanksgiving this year. I'm going to choose to self-isolate or isolate with a much smaller group of people to celebrate this particular holiday or not celebrate it at all. This year actually gives you a really nice excuse to do that if you have one of the other two reasons that you normally don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. So this year, me and my husband are choosing to opt out. We are choosing to not celebrate the holiday. That said, we will probably have a nice non-turkey dinner. We will enjoy our time together, and there are many things that I am still thankful for. Problematic history aside, Thanksgiving is a good opportunity to reflect upon the year and think of the things that have been positive for you out of all the turmoil of every year. And believe me, this year has been full of turmoil. It gives you a chance to reflect, to think upon the parts of your life that you are grateful for, that you are thankful for, that you're glad are the way that they are. And it gives you a chance to really solidify that in your mind and in your heart. Not your literal heart. Your heart doesn't do any thinking, but you know what I mean. Because I am not celebrating the holiday, because it is complicated and the people who I was planning on reaching out to about Thanksgiving have some individuals who I would feel absolutely terrible if I got sick with COVID, I am instead going to list out some of the things that I am thankful for this year in this format. The first thing I am very thankful for this year is this channel. It is small. It is very few people at this point, but it has been a great outlet for me to get my thoughts out and my feelings out. It's something I've been meaning to do actually for 4 to 5 years now. And COVID oddly enough, gave me the opportunity to actually follow through. So I'm thankful that I have finally been given the opportunity to start this channel. The next one is a weird one, and it's something I haven't talked about on this channel a whole lot. Back in April or May, or maybe it was March, April, or May, early COVID, right? I was fired from my job. And it sucked. The loss of that job has actually been a huge benefit for me. It has given me a lot more time to spend with my husband. It has given me time to work on projects like this. It has given me time to think about what my long-term goals are. Really, at this point, I have 2 different long-term goals that I'm going to see how they go. One goal would be to build this channel and eventually have this be something where I can make a little bit of income off of it and maybe do this full time so that videos come out a little bit more often. I'm still in the process of learning how to do the video editing and the filming and everything, and I have a camera and I have some lights that are like oddly placed around my room, so I don't really have a great setup at this point. I am still learning how to use the video editing software, and it just takes a long time to make and film and edit and script and do all the processes of making these videos. So at this point, I'm not doing them very fast, but hopefully I will get quicker over time. I will potentially get some help. One of my friends has offered to help me, so thank you, Dragon. I love you so very much. And that will hopefully help me get these videos out a little bit more often. If someday I could have this channel be something that I'm doing regularly enough and potentially start a Patreon or something at some point, not at this point because I just don't have enough subscribers. It seems a little presumptuous. But maybe someday I will get to the point where I can start a Patreon and I can actually make a little bit of money off of this and have this be my full-time job. The other thing that I would like to do in my future and that I'm thankful for the opportunity to do is to become a mental health counselor. I would like to go back to school for either mental health counseling or social work, to either be a licensed mental health counselor or a licensed independent clinical social worker. And I would like to start a business where I am providing mental health counseling for individuals who are active drug users or people who are in the sex work field. There is a little bit of a gap in treatment for people who are using and who are either recreational users, who their use isn't a big problem, people with addictions who have no interest in stopping, and people who are in the sex work trade and who do not want to stop that either. Typically, the challenges that come with each of those things are things that you either can't talk about with your counselor because of fear of judgment or being treated differently or them pushing you towards getting treatment, or the only place for you to get treatment for mental health is if you go to treatment for these other things and try to stop doing them. So someday I would like to provide mental health counseling for people who don't want to get clean, basically. I have a problem with the word clean, so I apologize for using that, but people who don't want to stop doing activities that are potentially risky for them. This year has given me the chance to really think about that, to work through what my plan for each of those is. I may do both of them. That would be absolutely awesome, although health-wise, we'll see. But I'm very thankful for the opportunity to think about it and really work towards that goal and to try to solidify what my plan is. The next thing I am thankful for is very cliche. I am thankful for my family and the people in my life. This year has been hard for all of us. If we are following COVID restrictions, we are not seeing the people that we love as often as we would like. My friend Dragon, who is a very close friend of mine, lives in Canada, and I, as I said, live in Washington in the States. Because the border's been closed, I haven't been able to see her this year, at least not in person, and that has been very challenging for me. She's a huge support in my life, and I miss her dearly. I've also not been able to see other friends because I feel like for a lot of people it is inappropriate to be like, hey, there's this virus going on, you want to hang out for a few hours? So I haven't done a lot of that this year. One of the challenges of getting fired early in the year was that I stopped seeing people at work. So a lot of the people that I really cared about that I worked with, I have no way of seeing because of HIPAA. It's not appropriate for me to reach out to them. So unfortunately, they are hopefully doing well, and I don't know. But I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for my friends, and I am thankful that despite the massive amount of distance that is between us this year, that we have all sort of worked together to reach out to each other and to be there for each other and to do our best to have each other in our lives. One of the big things that I'm thankful for, and that I'm thankful for every single year, is my experiences. I have a number of disabilities. I know there are people with more severe disabilities than I do, and I am very impressed by the people who are able to move beyond them and still live their life to the fullest. And I try to do that myself. I will do a more in-depth video about what it's like to live with them, but I have bipolar disorder. I have ADHD. I have anxiety disorders. I am on the autism spectrum. I am technically considered, it used to be Asperger's, but, they changed it in the DSM-5. I have fibromyalgia. I'm pretty sure I have irritable bowel because people with fibromyalgia almost always have that, but, I've never officially been diagnosed with this, so I'm not sure I can count that one. I have a lot of stuff that goes on, and it can make it very difficult to do things. Chronic fatigue, that's another major thing. It is difficult to get up in the morning sometimes. It is difficult to get out of bed in the morning sometimes. It is difficult to get shit done. Believe me, if I could get shit done more, I would have more videos out. I am not what people would call a workaholic because I literally can't. So, when I was working part-time. Now I am trying to focus on my health as much as I can. But despite all of that, things that generally people would be unthankful for, I'm actually glad for it. It has made me a stronger person. It has made me realize where my limits are. I have made bad decisions because of it. I have been given the opportunity to overcome those decisions. And I know what it takes for me to take care of myself. So I'm thankful for that knowledge, and I'm thankful for that ability, and I'm thankful for the people that I've gotten to meet and bond with and become closer to because of it. I'm also thankful that I'm the kind of person who I don't mind being in the spotlight. It makes it easier to both make videos like this, but also to talk to other people about these things and to really share my experiences with other people in my life. I am very thankful for my husband, who has been incredibly supportive this year. When I lost my job, I was very upset, but within short order, we found the positives of it. It has given us the chance to do more activities together and to spend more time together, and that has been very appreciated. And he was super supportive. Even now, as the next year comes around and things are uncertain, and to be honest, I don't want to go get another job right now because I don't know what the future would hold if I did. I would be the low man on the totem pole at a time when job security is just not a thing. And my husband has been very supportive in allowing me to sort of find myself and figure out what I really do want to do with my future and who I really do want to be, and has supported both of us in this time. I am thankful for my sense of adventure. in addition to I live in an apartment, but we are working on building a camper van. It's been an incredibly fun project and has given us a lot of freedom to go out and do things. We have the ability to just go somewhere and stay in the van and not have to get a hotel or go to a campground or do any of these things that this year in particular would expose us to coronavirus. I also learned to ride a motorcycle this year, which was super fun. Next year, I am planning on making a video about some of the basics of harm reduction if you're riding a motorcycle. So, next summer, essentially, look for that video. Hopefully I remember to actually do it. I'm sure I will, but the weather's crap now, so I can't do it this time of year because it's Washington and it's rainy, right? Which isn't as bad as snow, I'll admit, but still not great weather for making a motorcycle video. But I appreciate my sense of adventure. I am very thankful for that, and despite having fears about all sorts of crap, I am willing to go out there and do things that other people don't necessarily think you can do. I rock climb. Even though I'm afraid of heights, I'm legit scared of heights, and I go rock climbing, and I am not great at it, but I'm not bad at it either. I'm a good average. There's all sorts of things that could potentially be quite scary that my willingness to be adventurous has given me the opportunity to do that I just wouldn't have otherwise. I am thankful for the community of people who have given this world a better understanding of what diversity means. I'm not saying it is nowhere near where it needs to be, but there are groups of people, there are communities of people who are accepting and loving and who are willing to allow you to be who you are, no strings attached. And that's something that 20, 30 years ago wasn't a thing. The final thing that I am thankful for this year is that this fucking year is almost over. Coming up shortly, we will all be able to go into the new year, into 2021, and become new people again, taking our experiences and transforming like beautiful butterflies into new, better people. Happy Thanksgiving. Whether you're celebrating or opting out, I hope it's a great day for you. Hopefully your family is supportive and loving. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe out there.